Ladies and gentlemen, the long-awaited, highly anticipated conversation with an overnight sensation that is in 20 years in the making, the coach Michael Enright from the Francis Howell Vikings, ladies and gentlemen. Way to go, Coach. I just want.
Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, and I just want you to know that I know you know. You're a Whale Certified Hall of Fame. I've been searching for you for several years now, and now I got you. You're on, but way to go! I wanted to have you for the like an anniversary, 2015, Coach. Take you back there, in Smet, and it was a good season for soccer, and you won it all.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. Yeah, it's been 10 years. Ironically, this fall we ended up having one of our starters from that team kind of get back into the coaching and education business and is helping us out. So we're looking forward to trying to get everyone back together for a home game and special group, special season, and it was all them. They just kind of decided that they weren't going to lose the rest of the year, which was a nice feeling. And game of soccer. That Final Four was kind of a peak and a valley. I thought that semifinal game we played probably our best game as a program in its history against Rockhurst, and then the final wasn't the prettiest goaltender sport, and fortunately we played some good collective defense against a fantastic Met squad, and found a way to get a goal off of a set piece and make it hold up. But magical group, magical run, and can't believe it was 10 years ago.
Yeah, man. Yeah. The story goes is that through all that, you're toughening up, and then your team last season qualified for the high school St. Louis High School Champions League for this season, and that must be exciting for the program, huh?
Yeah, we I think we kind of snuck up on a few people early last year, and we kind of found ways to win some close games against some really good teams, and gave in the postseason, run for the money with a fantastic Dominic squad last year. We got a good core group back from that team, and even though we're going to be missing some key pieces due to graduation, we hope to be competitive and achieve at a high level this year, even though we've got a very difficult schedule starting tonight against a really good Liberty squad.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And that's you're in Pool B with the Oakville Tigers, St. Dominic, Liberty, and yourselves. That there is no easy group,
Oh no, they're all good teams. Good teams.
Yeah, and when you win that, you'll be playing against the winner of the Timberland, Princephalia, Lindbergh, and DeSmet.
Well, as I said, it's littered with great teams. So, teams that just go unbeaten in their pools. That's quite an accomplishment in and of itself. So, every game is going to be a battle. Yeah,
and tonight it is Liberty. Is that a Champions League match?
No, this is just a season opener. So it's a GAC South Conference match. So. Just with how the Champions League's kind of evolved, and then in the GAC we now have a conference tournament in October. We instead of having several non-conference games before we jump into the conference season, we start with our conference games. So it's not going to be kind of a light exhibition match or a warm up. It'll be be a battle at their place, and they return a number of quality players and have some up-and-coming guys. So, we know it'll be a tough road trip tonight.
Right on, Coach. And I tell you, Everybody talks about the MCC, but man, that's GAC, South Nord, whatever you want to go. They got some great teams there, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. GAC South, GAC Central, GAC North have all had teams that have kind of represented at the quarterfinal and Final Four level. So, yeah, I mean, whether it's been Orchard Farm in the GAC North, Timberland, Zumwalt South, North Point, Zumwalt East, all quality programs in the Central, and then yeah, Liberty joining the South with with Zumwalt West, Howell Central, Howell North, Troy. I mean, it's a lot of parity. I mean, every game's a battle, every game's close, and so good coaches, great players, good programs. So we're just honored to do battle with our schedule.
Well, I hope to be getting out there well certified to be able to get out there at the venues and do some concession stand reviews.
Yeah. We'll have to bring back the old Menino's burgers when you come visit. So they're a fan hit. Or the old Viking Vittles.
Oh man! Well, do you want to get shovel deep on that? What can you give us a little bit more insight? You wet or whistle? What do you have?
Oh, the old Viking Vittles. It was a big fan favorite. It was kind of like a not necessarily a chili dog, but kind of a chili based bowl. Unfortunately, we got rid of it, so we lost the high quality chefs to make it. So yeah, we've had to replace those high quality products with some Chick-fil-A stuff and and whatnot. But the young kids, the young elementary and middle school kids, they don't mind that Chick-fil-A.
All right, yeah, right on. Well, there you go. This is all happening. And that's the greatness of I've discovered in the last handful of years, that every game is the game. That there are no walkovers hardly anymore.
Yeah, no, I think that's a lot of that impact of kind of club soccer and youth sports coming to business. I mean, you've got a lot of these kids have at least some club experience, and mix in some just athletes, and you take away a few of the top tier kids that are playing MLS next, and I think it's just kind of contributed, at least in the St. Louis area, to a lot of parity. KC with them just only having that one MLS next team, I think that maybe the parity is still great there, but the school programs are kind of really doing well, in state competitions on that side. But yeah, I mean, it's just every game's a battle. There's usually always a few kids on each team that can play at a high level, and it just makes for an exciting and entertaining environment.
So, Coach, about this the upcoming season. I lost the train of my thought. I had such a beautiful intro in this, Coach. We'll go with the boys. You had such a magnificent way of writing out the for the best 11 the nomination text, so to speak, that you coaches vote on this, and you wrote some nice things about your I think, are they both midfielders or the one mid?
So we had one Adele was kind of returning center midfielder for us, and then Brody, he's played some midfield, but over the last year and a half he's kind of played more up top and as a striker and as a winger. But yeah, I mean we're fortunate we got a lot of returning guys, and we're I guess in a unique position. We've got four guys that are captains that have been 4-year varsity players. So Adele's the lone one that's started all 4 years, but got a large senior class of almost 15 guys, and it's going to be a collective effort. So we know Adele and Brody. We're kind of nominated for the best 11, but yeah, we've got up top. Laird Van Siever, who had a hell of a season last year, especially in our districts. A couple goals against a really good Dominic D. Owen Martin up top as a winger. Was very productive and a playmaker. But yeah, in the back, we return Rhett Letterly, Luke Bangy, started last year for us and both kind of played as wing backs and did a great job both offensively and defensively for us. Brad Flick is a heck of a keeper. Had to play behind another fantastic keeper, Will Winkler, last year. But Brad's showing the pipes this year, and we're looking for a great season for him. And then we got a lot of guys that are just going to kind of fill in and plug some holes. But yeah, just a lot of returning guys, a lot of up and coming guys that we think can help those guys. And we just know it's going to be a grind, and hopefully they appreciate the grind and put in the work and find a way as a collective unit to put in some results. So it's a fun group to coach, just because they care about each other. They put in a ton of work over the summer and in the preseason. So you just hope that they're rewarded with some success with no easy games.
Right, Coach, and you know the insights of the little attention to details that leads to the great team. It just doesn't happen with talent. There's a lot more to it, huh?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a collective effort. We in the middle of that 2015 season, we just we saw some things just weren't working, and we just had to kind of tweak things. And unfortunately, everyone was on the same page, and it led to a lot of success together. Fortunately, I've benefited from working with some really good kids and some really good coaches along the way. So it's always good to have guys on staff that can assist and help out. But it's also fun just kind of communicating with other coaches. So I learned a lot when I was at Marquette before Howell. With Chris Kenny, coaching
Nice.
Hall of Famer, who's now helping out at SLU. And
yeah,
I know there's not a coincidence that they were able to find some magic with him being a part of the staff and on the run. But yeah, it's just kind of fun, just picking people's brains. And
Right.
Fortunately, there's a lot of brains around this area with with insight on the game. So it's just it's fun trying to piece things together, so to speak.
Yeah, boy, those Marquette teams back in the day, they were something.
Yes, we had some really good battles, especially with the the era of Grease Haber. We had some pretty good teams as well. And,
what a guy!
Yeah, we had some good battles. So yeah, it was always fun. Trying to see where you're at against the Chris Kenny coach team.
Yeah, and here you go, from a guy that don't know nothing from nothing. Are there bonuses involved with the Francis Howell Central, Francis Howell North, Francis Howell? Is there, does everybody get the pride of the Francis Howell School District when you come up to battles?
Well, I mean, I just know our conference and our sister rivalries are always fierce and intense. There's I guess the bonus is you're playing kids that you've competed with both maybe in middle school or in club ball, but yeah, there's always just something extra special about playing those sister schools. And we've all kind of taken turns making each other better. So I know North had a ton of success in the late the 90s and early 2000s. Central had a handful of really good teams in the teens. I think we just all kind of pushed each other to get better. So yeah, we definitely respect and know that those sister rivalries are something special.
Yeah, man. So when one wins, all win, huh?
Yeah, and I think I mean, just, like that. Yeah, that one magical year in 15. The irony was is that was back when we had the 4-team districts. Yeah, we were seeded fourth, even though all 4 teams in our district had either won or shared a conference title. So
Yeah.
you don't really hear of many 4 seeds that are able to go on a run and not just win a district title, but get to the Final Four and win a large school soccer title in Missouri.
And then 14, Francis House Central was the Final Four. Was in the Final Four.
Oh yeah. The year before, yeah, they had played extremely well in the Final Four. Ended up getting third. The year before that, yeah, Timberland got to the championship game and got in second.
Okay.
The year after we won it, yeah, Howell North got third. So yeah, it was and along those times, you had some really good Zumwalt South teams too. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's I said the JC South, Central, North have been pretty good about getting teams to that next level. So yeah, they're always a battle out here.
Right. We're coming up at Inset, Coach. You got 5 more minutes with the Whales.
Okay.
Okay. So here we are. Is about the if people can't get out to watch us live, is there some place to go? You could direct to stream to watch it on the TV.
Yeah, we do have a kind of a Viking network, which has all of our home games kind of broadcast through our Huddle camera, and so you can access that usually on YouTube, the Howell Sports Network, and then usually most of the schools around the area, have something similar, whether it's through a Huddle app or a VO app, where they are able to either broadcast live games or at least have replays. So yeah, it's a nice perk of technology is being able to have, especially at the prep level, have family and friends that can't make the game to have that online access. But yeah, the Viking Sports Network and usually is pretty accessible on YouTube. Is a good site to go to have people watch games.
All right then. So it's a custom here at Whale Certified to say, "Hey, Coach, whatever you want to say to who you ever want to say it to, for as long as you want to say it for. This is your opportunity."
Oh wow. No, first, just thanks for having me on. I've been extremely blessed to have been at the spot that I've had for so long. So yeah, just good families, good players, good ADs to work with. So it's just been an honor, a privilege to be able to do this. So we play in a very soccer-rich area. So it's kind of fun to just be a part of the story. So we hope to have a good season, but it's just very difficult schedule. So we know it's going to be a grind, but yeah, it's just been a blessing to be a part of Howell Soccer and the St. Louis soccer community. So.
Well, I tell you, with that, baby, you just got in the Whale Certified Hall of Fame Affinity Club, baby. I mean, the way you smooth handle that act, that was wonderful. Are you always that?
Thank you.
Yeah, yes. It must have took some decades to mold that meatball, huh?
Yeah.
Are you as smooth on air as on the sidelines?
Yeah. I'd say I'm usually pretty calm, cool, and collective. Every now and then, it does take a special moment to get worked up. But yeah, it has happened before. So, but yeah, it's like the way I used to play. You had to be calm, cool, and collected, and some big event happened. The game's going to continue on, so you gotta focus on that next play. So, yeah, I try to be, but occasionally it backfires.
Right. And where was that at, Coach?
Oh, I played up at Truman State from '97 to 2000. So we had had some really good teams. A lot of St. Louis soccer connections.
Oh,
even though I wasn't native, or I'm not native to the St. Louis area. But yeah, we had some good players up there. So we enjoyed a lot of success, and we still all communicate, talk, meet up, and keep in touch. So it's
Oh, beautiful, man. Okay, so we'll be following you, and we wish you the much success from the GAC to the St. Louis High School Champions League, and all the way through the state title. Be a Viking, man.
All right, we'll keep trying.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, then. The best to the best. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.